Okay everyone, this is a short video on how to format and submit your paper, so hopefully this will be helpful for you as you finish up your research paper. So hopefully by now, of course, you've already completed your research rough draft and you have it prepared. Hopefully at this point you've gone through, you've read it, and you've made sure to do as much revision as possible, checking for capitalization, punctuation, all those things. Those things do count. Please make sure that you have those corrected. Make sure you have 9 in-text citations. Make sure you have a works cited page at the end of your document with your citations on there, the full source citations on there. And just make sure that you have everything that we've talked about throughout the last couple of weeks. So let me just talk briefly about formatting. The very first thing that I would recommend you do, hopefully you have this titled somewhere. You can just put Jim Crow Research Paper and then put your name. So I'll put mine. Alright, so then we want to make sure that we have it appropriately formatted. So we change it to Times New Roman, okay, and then we change it to 12-point font. Now if you have your paper already typed and it's not in this font, you just simply select the whole thing and then just come up here and change those. So that's very easy. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and type. We'll pretend that my name is John Smith, okay, and then I want to make sure that I have my paper double spaced as well. So your toolbar will look a little different than mine because I'm not doing this on a Chromebook, but if I click right here, you should have some sort of tiles up here at the top, and then you should have this little symbol that looks like a up and down arrow, and then you click this drop panel and we're going to change it to say double. Okay? Again, if you've already typed your paper, and I assume that you have, you would of course select the whole thing and then come up here and click double, just like that. Okay? So now when I hit enter, you can see that it automatically double spaces. So I'm going to type my name, then I'll type my teacher's name, so you'll type Mr. Hall, then I'm going to type English 1, Block 4. Then I'm going to hit enter again. Notice I'm just hitting enter one time. Then I want to type the submission date. So to do correct MLA MLA formatting, I'm going to type my day. It's the 27th. I'm going to type April. It's the month. And then the year. Okay? Just like that. I'm not going to put 27th or commas or anything. I'm going to do it just like that. Then I want to hit enter once. I want to come up here and center my document. Again, if you've already typed it, obviously this is a little bit different. I want to just not my whole document. I don't want to center my whole document. I should say I want to center my cursor. That's what this is right here, the cursor. So I'm going to type my creative title here. You should have a creative title that you've come up with. So I hit enter one time, and then notice I come back up here to do left align. Do not leave your paper centered, okay? Do not center your paper. I hit left align, then I just come over to where I'm going to type, of course, and I should hit the tab key to indent. Now technically you can do an automatic indenting up here, but that's just up to you. So when I type my paper, it will look like this. So, you just need to, again, I'm just wasting space here to show you, but this is how your paper should look, as you continue to type your paragraph. Okay, hopefully your paper is a lot better than what I'm currently typing. I'm just showing you what I mean. Now when I get ready to do my next paragraph, I just hit enter only one time. So, and then I indent again. So, hit enter only one time between paragraphs. Do not hit enter more than once. It just wastes space, okay? So, and if I were to cite that and cite what Mr. Hall just said, I would type Hall, H-A-L-L, right there and put it in parentheses. You see, and put the period over here on this side, okay? Now, again, I'm just showing you all this stuff as an example. Obviously, yours is going to look way different than all of this nonsense up here. I'm just showing you as an example, but of course you know that. So let me show you one more thing before I go to submitting the paper. When you get ready to put your, if you haven't already put your work cited on here, it's very simple. You just go up here and click Insert and Page Break. Okay? Click Insert and Page Break. Then you come down here, you hit Center again, and you're going to type Works Cited, just like that. Make sure you have it spelled right. Then I'm going to hit Enter one time, and then I'm going to go back and left align. Now, the catch with this is you have to do a hanging indent, so I'm just going to make up a citation really quick. I'm just going to do it off the top of my head. So Smith, comma, John, this is how to cite a source. Okay? So that's the name of my article, so we're going to say that comes from CNN.com. Alright, and then I'm going to do a pretend link here. Oops. Make sure that's a comma, yeah. Okay, so we're just going to pretend that that's my source, okay? Now, there's a couple things wrong with this. Of course, I need to make sure I have this, the website title in italics, just like that. The next thing is I'm supposed to have this as a hanging indent. So I select this whole thing, okay? So select your source. And then I want to come up here to the top, and you can see I've got this like triangle looking thing, and then a rectangle above it. So I slide that to the 1/2 inch mark, just like that. And then to get the hanging indent, I want to grab just this little rectangular bar and move it back to the gray spot, just like that. Okay? Now, the cool thing about this is now I can go through and I can do another citation. So again, I'm just going to do a pretend one. We'll say Baker, Cindy, this is how to do a second citation, okay? And we'll say this one is from foxnews.com, and let me just do this. Okay, so notice here what it does. It does my hanging indent automatically for me, so that's really nice. All right, now the last thing I want to show you is we've got a problem here with this citation, this set of citations. You can see I have my B in front of my my S in front of my B. This is supposed to be in alphabetical order, so I'm going to cut that, come right up here, and I'm going to click paste. Okay, so now this is in alphabetical order. Alright, so Baker would come before Smith. Okay, so just make sure that you have that done, and ignore this, like where I have this fake little link here. Don't worry about that. Like, I'm not looking to see that this is, because the computer does that automatic underlining. I don't really pay attention to that. What I'm really looking at is like right here, I'm supposed to do my italics for foxnews.com there, because that's a website title. So, I'm looking more for things like that, and that you have like your periods where they're supposed to be, that you have all of this typed like it's supposed to be. Okay? So if you have any questions about the Works Cited, please let me know. Just remember it's supposed to be on its own separate page and it's supposed to be at the end. So of course we type our intro, our 3 body paragraphs, and then our conclusion, and then we have our separate Works Cited page. Alright, so now let me show you Turnitin. Okay, you need to go and log in to Turnitin. I'd like you to use the class link feature to do that, and you can get to it by, of course, going right here, okay, to the Ohana website page, and click on class link, log in, and there's a Turnitin button. Alright, so when you pull yours up, it'll look a little different than this, but it'll look kind of similar. Yours will look way more like this, actually, when you click on My Class. And then it'll have something over here that'll say like submit the paper. Mine is different because of course mine's a teacher account, but I'm just showing you. So I've got here all of you who have Turnitin accounts, okay, so that's good. Now I need to come over here and click to submit a file, and I'll just pretend that I'm one of you, so I'm going to use Tony's here. And so I've got your first name, last name right here, so you would type that in yourself, and then I can just title this Jim Crow Research Project. Okay. Then I should click right here where it says Choose from Google Drive. Do not select, make sure that you have it saying single file upload up here at the top. Do not use the cut and paste upload. Do not use that, okay? Do not use that. Use the single file upload because it gives you this option down here to choose from Google Drive. You click it, and you can see right here if I were going to upload this paper, which I'm not going to do that, but if I were going to, I could click this right here, I click select, and then I click upload. Now I'm not going to do that because that would submit something inaccurate and wrong for Tony's paper, but I'm just showing you how that would be done. Okay. Once you see that it's the right file on here, you just click confirm, I think it says, and then you're good. The paper is submitted. So just make sure you have it formatted right, make sure you have all the pieces that you're supposed to have, make sure that you submit it onto Turnitin.com. Please let me know if you have any questions. All right, thanks.